I want to show you, Jimmy. You paying attention there?
Yeah, I'm listening.
I
hear every word because you're my idol.
Really, you've always looked up to me.
Yeah, I really have. And anything you say, Jack, I really just kind of hang on every word.
Every word.
You're really my idol.
Been that way for a long time.
Oh, yeah. What is it?
I hope that someday you can reach the level, someday you'll be a big star like me and have your own program.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be great for you.
You got St. Louis fooled. I don't know.
You wouldn't have to travel all around the country.
I know.
Peddle that oatmeal sausage that you've been.
Listen, fella.
Yeah, what's that?
You are treading on thin ice, because I will evermore cloud up and rain all over your
You're going to stomp a mud hole in me and jump it dry.
It'll take 6 men to kick it dry.
Kick it dry.
It is conceivable that you have let your $5 mouth overload your 2-bit fanny as of this moment.
Put me down. It's my program. Did you ever see one of these? You know what that is?
Here's an offer you can't refuse.
Well, that's just a sample. This is a greeting card.
I didn't know that.
I'm showing him one of these perma greeting cards.
Yeah.
They look exactly like a credit card. They're made of the same material.
I'll be darned.
And they're permanent. They come in a little, see this little paper folder? Come in that, go in the envelope. You buy them, they're $1.
Can you buy that?
Well, yeah, but you can get 300 different messages on them.
Well, that's cute as it can be.
Isn't that neat? St. Louis firm just started making those.
It's a very clever idea.
Perma greetings, and you know the nice thing?
Which proves that everybody in this city is not as stupid as you.
That's right. That's right.
Now, that's cute.
I think that's a sensational idea.
It is a sensational idea.
I just said that. Why don't you say something on your own?
Do you own part of that or
No,
something?
unfortunately, I do not.
I see.
But these perma greetings are available at Goldie's, Penny's, Sears, the Petty Mark Card and Gift Shops. They have 6 locations. I've been sending these to my son away at school. When I went to see him, he had every one in his wallet. So people keep them and they hold on to them. And
well, that's cute.
All kinds of little messages on there. I love you, and then in the back is something else and a place to sign.
It's not. They're not as easily destroyed. I think it's
keep
a
them
heck
forever.
of an idea.
Isn't that a neat idea?
Cute
you may
idea.
keep that one if you'd like
Thank
to have
you
it.
so much.
I didn't have an I love you card, but I thought you'd like that one.
If you don't have that, I'm not accepting any. Even though they're a sponsor.
Perma greetings at Goldie's, J.C. Penney, Sears, Petty Mark Card and Gift Shops with 6 locations. They're really the neat way to send a card to somebody
and you can use it as a shaving test.
That's right.
See which side you shave the best.
That's good. Now do it on your face. It's 25 minutes before 11. There's one. Sunny today, high in the mid-60s, clear tonight, low in the low 40s.
You know that Jimmy Dean sausage is now in all the supermarkets in the 1 and the 2 pound size.
Sunny tomorrow with a high near 70
1
degrees.
and 2 pound size. They got an idea to go to 12 ounces some time back, and they didn't tell me about it. And as soon as I took over the company, I went back to pound and 2 pound.
Oh, that's pretty
They
exciting.
also have links here in
don't
all
have a
your
news bulletin
Jimmy
thing.
Dean sausage
We could have
and
done a
links and
news
the
bulletin
smoked
on it.
sausages and all the.
I tried the smoked sausage, and I'm going to tell you something. That's a fraud. How do you like that, Jimmy Dean? You're a fraud.
I beg your pardon.
I bought a 1 pound thing of your smoked sausage.
Yes.
You ready?
Yes.
I bought it, and it's a fraud.
How the heck can you say it's a fraud?
I lit it 5 times and could not keep it lit and could not smoke that sausage. You're not dealing with any yokel here, buddy. That's a fraud smoked sausage.
Did you roll it?
I did everything. I even looked for the Surgeon General report on the
now,
side.
wait a minute.
You're a crook. You can't smoke that sausage.
Yeah, I know a guy.
Liar, liar, pants on fire. Don't try and put anything over on me. I want my money back.
Hey, now I want to tell you something about that.
About what?
That smoked sausage.
Yeah, what?
Because we got.
You're not a sponsor. Don't give me this.
I am a
Talking
sponsor.
about somebody who's paid.
I am a sponsor.
Are you?
No,
You don't have to pay the station.
You see
You
a
can
lot
give me
of
the money
Would you
direct.
shut up?
Give me
you see
$4.
a lot of things in supermarkets.
I like your ring. What
And
size
it
is that
says
shirt?
Smoke flavor. Ours is a natural hickory smoke, and I do want to say that because it makes a difference.
Hickey smoke?
Hickory.
Oh, you talk so weird. You got a dental problem? You wearing
I
braces on
don't.
the inside?
Are you kidding me? Look at that. Dang, you got a nice looking tooth.
You like those? You want
that
to
one.
use those tonight?
I'd
Wanna
love
do
to see
a
the
Spanish
gal,
dance?
the gal that kisses you gets gumdrops. Bye.
Well, what were you talking about?
I was
it was
just
dull,
saying
but
that,
go ahead.
we got a dang recipe from a guy out of Louisiana to make that smoked sausage. We worked with it for 2 years.
Yeah.
And we use a natural hickory smoke. You see so many things, Jack, that say, hickory flavor.
Yeah.
And they use a liquid smoke.
I
And
didn't like
doggone it, a natural hickory smoke makes the difference. And so
Does.
we want people to try the smoked
Will you
sausage.
grind up trees in it?
Huh?
How do you get natural hickory smoke, flavor? What do you do?
God, what I go through on this
Well,
show.
I'm asking.
I don't want to talk about it. It's good. Shut up.
Try and light it. Don't buy that smoked sausage. I swear to you, you cannot keep it lit. I've tried everything humanly possible. I put it in my holder, everything. You cannot smoke his sausage. And I
Put
don't
it in
care
his bong.
what he says. Those guys in Dallas think they can put anything over on you. They put out a smoked sausage. Crooks. What else? Let's talk about something of a less controversial
No,
nature.
we're getting back now to meat and being the sweet buckaroo that
Yeah.
the inner meat.
The little buddy pal of mine, friend.
Oh, nice guy, Jim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me something nice you've done lately.
Ah, well, let's see. I kicked a crutch out from a little lady that was crossing the street.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Stole the guy's wheelchair.
Stole the guy's wheelchair.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And made a small racing car out of the motor of an iron lung.
Did.
Yeah.
These are some of the nicer things.
Some of
you
the
do.
nicer things.
I knew that beneath that surface there was something there finer than the quality of your sausage. I definitely knew. I want to talk about noodles for just a minute.
Oh, yes, indeed. That's a good idea.
There's a line of noodles.
He's got a fine noodle on his shoulders.
Shut up.
I've
There's
heard
a line
that.
of...
There's a line of noodles all the way from here to Blue Earth, Minnesota.
That's right.
Right
RF...
along the highway.
Shut up! Will you?
Huh?
I'm so...
What
What was
line
I
of
talking
noodles?
about? I don't even know.
No, it's a line
Lost
of
my
noodles you were
place.
going to talk about.
No, I'm not going to tell you.
Yeah, you
You're going to
should.
beg me. I don't
But no,
care.
I'm interested now.
Forget it.
I don't like noodles.
Forget it.
I
Not
think,
gonna
are
do
they
it.
buttered noodles? Do you, Jack, hey, tell me about the noodles, Chief. Oh, no. Here, you don't understand. I really dig noodles, man. If you Are you going to tell me about the noodles? Jack, hey, you going to tell me about the noodles?
No.
Huh? Oh, come on.
What?
Be nice.
What do you want to know about?
I want to know about the noodles.
They're RF noodles.
RF?
Rat fink noodles. No, Ravarino and Fresky noodles.
Oh, hey, are you kidding me?
Two old families. That
You
have
wouldn't put the shuck on an old country boy,
been,
would
say
you?
that again, slower and safer.
You wouldn't put the shuck on me. Really? What does the RF stand for again?
Ravarino and Fresky.
Oh, listen, that is a name well known in the noodle circles.
There's no question about that.
Did you ever make a circle out of noodles?
Yeah, just once.
Uh-huh.
It's made with semolina, and I guess you're familiar with that.
That's kind of wheat.
It comes from
Oh,
Durham wheat.
Oh, the
Hard milled.
bestest kind.
You can make a cheaper noodle,
Oh, yeah.
but you won't get the flavor, and you won't get the color, and you won't get that al
That's
dente.
exactly the
You
way
know
it is
that-
with our smoked sausage.
What about it?
It's made out of noodles. No, it ain't.
No,
No.
no.
Okay, go ahead
You
now.
really get 800 pounds of sausage out of one little old pig? RF makes the most delicious noodle products you've ever tasted.
That
Made
is true.
fresh every day here in St. Louis. Try
That's
RF, Ravarino, and Fresky noodles. I don't think we're projecting the right image. I don't think we're doing any good for the sale of your product here.
Well, listen, I don't
R.B.
want
Rice
to talk
just
about.
called in and
Watch
said,
out.
keep going.
Watch out.
R.B. Rice just called and said, you guys are doing a great job.
Yeah, well, you tell R.B. Rice.
See if he... R.B., can you read lips? Because Jimmy's doing a whole number for you.
If this was color radio.
I think we could sell more of your whatever that stuff is if you came across as a nicer, more sympathetic guy. You know what I mean?
Well, I don't know what happens to me on this show. I just completely flip my gourd, and everything just kind of goes to hell in a bucket. I don't know what happens.
I don't.
But I am basically on every other radio show
Yeah.
in this entire United States
Of
and
America.
portions of Canada
Yeah.
and Cuba.
Never do that.
I never do it.
No.
I just get on here and somebody says, Carnes, and I just go into a terrible, evil person.
Yeah. You
And-
really have.
And I don't know what it is because I love you and you're my idol. I told you that. I just come on here and you're dirty.
Hmm?
You're tacky and
I,
dirty.
I didn't say a word. It's something.
And
It's,
you bring out bad things.
it's in the eyes of the beholder.
Huh?
Them little pig eyes of yours are just dirty eyes.
No, I don't know what it is, but
What you do to your eye there, the forehead? What's that knob over your eye?
you know what?
What?
You're going to have one bigger than that if you keep running your face. Do you know that?
You don't want to talk about it.
Listen, I'm telling you.
Are you subtly
I'm gonna
saying
get
that you
with
don't?
I'm going to skin you like a gar skins a minute, or you mess with me. There's another girl just walked by. I love them. They're pretty.
I think it's great fella your age still looks at girls like that
Yeah, I still chase them, but I forget why.
when you catch them.
Yeah, that's true.
How old are you, Jim? I never asked you that question.
34. Huh?
And there
Why
ain't
are
no
you
meat in a
laughing?
sausage either.
No,
Now we
I'm
know we
fo-
can't believe
you know,
anything. Is it?
you know, August the 10th, I turned the big 50.
You're kidding.
50, yes, sir. Sure did.
August 10th.
Yep, I'm a Leo. Lion.
Yeah. Tiger.
Oh,
My
leader.
birthday's just 13 days after that. August the 23rd.
Is that a Leo?
Turned the big 3-9.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard you say. Are you kidding me? 39. His face is so wrinkled, man. If you ever got on TV, you'd look like 12 minutes of bad reception. You know that? You look like a flip over.
Say whatever you like, my friend, but 3-9 is 3-9, and I can prove it. I've got the phony driver's license here to corroborate that.
How old are you, Jack?
39. Let me tell you about Danish
It
lemon.
may be so for all I know. Your story sounds so queer. But Fred, that stuff does. I can't say it. It's dirty. What do you got?
Danish lemon almond stolen at $1.49, and marble cake for $1.39.
Danish what?
Danish lemon almond stolen.
Stolen.
Stolen. Ask your Danish friend. He'll tell you that's like a big roll,
Ah.
a sweet roll,
Ah.
a Danish.
I
Hot
like.
for breakfast with a little butter.
Oh, yeah. Jimmy
$1.49.
Dean sausage.
From the, Why did you do that? Now you've ruined everything.
No, I haven't.
$1.49 from the people who make Haas fine bakery products.
Yes, indeed. What are you scratching out with your pencil there? Yeah,
Your name.
that you've done that. You've done the commercial,
Yes.
right?
Says right here, Jimmy Dean Guest.
Okay.
Just notice some of them I just run a line through, but yours,
You know, I don't know. And I like this city. And
Yeah.
why I get in here and we just mutilate the airways in the morning just astounds me.
Oh, a lot of people really look forward to your coming in.
I bet.
Name one.
I can't think of a
No.
soul.
You're going to
that
be
would.
in town for a
What do
few
you want,
days.
Marie? Huh?
Nothing important, Marie.
Okay.
Somebody out there probably took a pound of that smoked sausage and tried to light it, and they're calling to complain, aren't they? Another one. You're a fraud. You're a fraud. There's no way anybody
Well,
can.
that does it.
Ouch!
That'll do it. And one more time and see what the other lie.
Danish lemon almond stolen.
Stolen.
Stolen. Ask your Danish friend. He'll tell you that's like a big roll,
Ah.
a sweet roll,
Ah.
a Danish.
I
Hot
like.
for breakfast with a little butter.
Oh, yeah. Jimmy
$1.49.
Dean sausage.
From the, Why did you do that? Now you've ruined everything.
No, I haven't.
$1.49 from the people who make Haas fine bakery products.
Yes, indeed. What are you scratching out with your pencil there?
Your name.
That you've done that. You've done the commercial,
Yes.
right?
Says right here, Jimmy Dean Guest.
Okay.
Just notice some of them I just run a line through, but yours,
You
I
know,
just,
I don't know. And I like this city. And
Yeah.
why I get in here and we just mutilate the airways in the morning just astounds me.
Oh, a lot of people really look forward to your coming in.
I bet.
Name one.
I can't think of a
No.
soul.
You're
that
going to be
would.
in town for a
What do
few
you want,
days.
Marie? Huh?
Nothing important, Marie.
Okay.
Somebody out there probably took a pound of that smoked sausage and tried to light it, and they're calling to complain, aren't they? Another one. You're a fraud. You're a fraud. There's no way anybody
Well,
can.
that does it.
Ouch!
That'll do it. And one more time and see what the other eye looks like.
Yeah. How did you do that to your eye, really? That little
I'd
zitsky
love
up
to have
there.
that nose full of nickels. You know it? Don't ever go out when it's raining, Orville.
Why not? What was it
you'll
you told me
drown.
that Wiley Post's last words were to Wiley? What was that
Oh,
to
no.
Will Rogers?
Will Rogers, the famous last words of Will Rogers was, Wiley, I think you got the patch over the wrong eye.
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah, you told me that
See,
2 years
Wiley
ago, and I've been working
well,
on it.
no,
Yeah.
Wiley Post was flying. Will Rogers went. Lord, the literacy of some personalities on the air. Go ahead with whatever you're going to do, oh bright one there.
Patch over the wrong eye.
Yeah.
Is what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, well, forget it.
Yeah.
Just,
He was with Will Rogers.
he was flying. Yeah.
Flying.
Read the commercial.
Yeah. They had a plane.
Yeah?
I think that's a terrific line. That's why I've always remembered it.
Yeah. Don't know what it means, though, do you?
Will, you've got that patch over the wrong eye.
Read the commercial, dummy.
You ever get down to Lake of the Ozarks?
Had the patch over the wrong eye. He was blind in one eye, and he was flying Rogers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had this, is that
Plane crash.
TWA flight or
Huh?
an American? How were they flying?
It was a single, but read the commercial, Clyde.
Down there, Water's Edge condominiums at Lake of the Ozarks. A lot of people, a lot of families have rented down there over the past summer, and a lot of them
don't know about Wilgard.
talked about buying a beautiful condominium down there. Well, what I wanted to tell you was that they are about out of...
Ice hockey's frozen manure.
It ain't.
Huh?
Where do you think they get the pucks? They follow them elk. You want to buy
an elk puck.
There's a
you
university
go
called
you
that.
get a moose puck.
Did you ever hear of that university?
Cow puck.
No. Elk.
Horse puck.
Stop it! I just have to watch you because sometimes you just lose all control. You're like a little kid. Do, wee, that kind of thing. Straighten up, straighten up.
Nino.
Yeah. What was I talking about? Oh, Water's Edge. This is the last grouping of
Wiley Post really did fly.
Beautiful condominiums there. For information, call the office.
Right into a condominium. He's floating there.
725, was it 2 or 3 bathrooms?
I don't know. It's where they hit him, though.
725 50
didn't even pick up the wreckage. They just flushed it.
72 what? You didn't say that.
I didn't.
725-5055. Water's Edge. You know, you're not a well person.
And I got more friends than anybody.
725-5055. Give him some over there, Lee. Jimmy Dean is here this morning, and it's just been one laugh after. That's 2 so far in the hour, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Wait a minute. I'm getting the sugar in my coffee here a minute.
Yeah.
Just here.
I noticed that you're not using sugar, you're using sweetener, and I wonder if you have to watch your weight a little bit. Are you one of those
Yes,
fellas?
I am. I certainly do, especially since I got off of cigarettes.
You haven't smoked how long now?
3 months.
3 months? I'm very proud of you. What
Well, I just
decided
got
you to
sick
quit
of
smoking?
it, and I was smoking. I'm serious. If I could do it with any dang semblance of control, I'd keep on smoking.
Just a few cigarettes a day, like
But
that.
I was, 3 packs a day, and it's
Is
too
that how you
much.
got that knob over your left eye?
No, there was a fat lady in Baltimore hit me with a boat oar.
A boat oar?
Yeah,
For
yeah.
heaven's sake.
Yeah, she was rowing down the Potomac, and I was swimming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
because
Potomac.
I'm an exercise freak, and
Yeah.
I just swam over close to the boat and said, "Hi, fat lady," and she hit me.
With the oar.
Yeah, just smacked me right in the chops with the oar. Yeah.
She'd got about 6 inches lower. There'd have been room for the boat.
Well, you never know where you're going to run into an oar, I always say.
That's right. Hang around their houses enough times, you're going to get into trouble. I want to talk to you about, I don't want to talk to him. I want to
Let's
talk to
leave
you.
your neighborhood out of this.
I want to tell you about Delmar Gardens East and West.
I
These
wish you would.
retirement home and convalescent homes. When you hit the big 5-0,
Did
like
Wiley Post really fly?
some of my friends, when you hit the big 5-0 and the family realizes
What'd you
that
say?
you're not really tending to
It's a
business
tough language.
the way you used to, and you really can't maintain things. Sometimes a family needs a retirement home, a convalescent home. Why did I say recreation?
I don't know.
I don't either. Retirement convalescent home, and there's Delmar Gardens East and West.
You're about 3 bricks short of a load. You know that, fella?
We'll
Playing
top
with
this
a
off
full
here.
deck.
Give
The
me a
woods are
twist.
full of them.
Delmar Gardens East at Leland and Vernon, and Delmar Gardens West
Oh,
on
his bread ain't done. I'll
Highway
tell you that.
40 just east of Woods Mill Road. Delmar Gardens. Now,
Yeah.
if it's your family and if you've been looking for someone in the family,
Yes,
a parent,
indeed.
grandparent, somebody who's hit the big 5-0,
Yes,
old
I
fella,
remember that.
you check with
Hear
Delmar.
about the little woman that called her doctor and said, "Doctor, I don't understand it. Every time I sneeze, I have an orgasm." And the doctor said,
Wait a minute.
What are you doing
I
about
heard
it?"
that one.
She said, "Sniffing pepper."
Delmar Gardens East at 726-4767. That's a first.
Just go on over there, honey.
We've said pepper before. Delmar Gardens West, 878-1330. Oh, you didn't do that.
I don't.
That's one of those you wish you could have that one back.
I don't.
You know in the World Series when they throw those home run pitches? I wish I could have that one back. I wish you could have that one
I
back.
don't want it back.
No. Okay.
Somebody said, "Help."
No, this is just a little note.
I thought somebody was...
Get him off the radio. Well, listen, you've certainly jazzed things up there. You're going to come. I'm not telling you to leave. I don't know what your schedule is. Well, I realize you're busy
No, I'm staying here through the weekend.
All the time.
Right here.
Not leaving. Right
I've
in
got
this
a cot coming in a moment. I'm going to stay right here.
You going to get back sometime during the week? Are you going to have another opportunity to come in and jeopardize what's left of my tattered career?
You know, I really think we'd make a marvelous comedy. Would you mind? I'm talking to you, and you don't read when I'm talking.
No, I wasn't. I was listening. I was hanging out.
That's a lot of malarkey. You're reading some want ad there.
No, I'm not.
Considering the way you're doing this job, I can understand it.
Go ahead
when
and
I
say
talk to you,
say what you had to say.
Listen.
What? What?
I don't have anything to say.
Well, then what do you want me to listen to? You said to listen, I'm listening.
Well, just a little more respect, you know.
I'm sorry.
For your elders.
You can say that again. 39, 40, 41, 42, 53.
You know, you are... Boy, do you know you can go to Helpline just the same as you can for stealing?
39 from 50 is 11.
Listen, people are going to see you somewhere,
yes,
and you coming on with this 39 garbage. They're going to see you out in public.
What do you mean?
And somebody's going to point out and say, that's him, and he said he's 39. The word's going to get out.
I don't look older than 39.
The heck you don't.
I do not.
Yes, you do, and he's had that face lifted so many times his navel's up around his Adam's apple.
That's this little dimple in my
That's
chin.
what it is,
That's
right
my
there,
belly
yeah.
button.
I wanted to have my face lifted, but I didn't have the jack. You see, it's a little...
So the two of them were in this airplane, right?
Yeah. It was Wiley.
Wiley?
Yeah, Wiley Poston and Will Rogers.
I want to...
he said he never saw a man he didn't like.
Yeah, he was married to a girl like that, too.
Yeah.
She felt the same way.
Mm-hmm.
I have this thing here that the
I was going to pull that.
Did I ruin it for you?
No, it's all right. No, it's old. It's more your style.
Yeah, well, when I hit the big 5-0, I hope I'm in as good a shape as you wish you were in.
I know you're approaching it.
I want to tell you about
but
the hill
from
being...
the other direction.
I beg your pardon? Just put your money where your mouth is.
I beg your pardon.
You just said I was older than you are.
You are 3 years older than our Lord and Savior. Now, what are you going to read in there?
Well, that's it. I'm walking across the Mississippi and going home. I have this thing.
You could make it, baby.
Step on the stones, dummy. I got this thing from Hill Bean here. With
He was walking. What?
A skill saw 14-inch chainsaw, model 1613. Guess what the price is? A 14-inch chainsaw.
I have no idea.
$88.88.
Is that
You got to
reasonable?
buy one of these, take it home with you. Your wife bakes.
That's cheap.
Yes.
It really is.
Then we've got
It's on the right show.
Intertherm portable heat, hot water heat without plumbing. But these are going...
Would you say that again?
Hot water heat without plumbing.
What was it called?
It's Intertherm. It's an independent unit that sits there, has a heat coil inside.
I wonder if Wiley and Will knew about that.
About that Intertherm?
That'd have been good in the plane.
Oh, yeah, they could have fitted it right in there between the eye patch and the guitar.
Don't cost...
What?
Don't cost anything to run it like that?
We got to plug it in the wall.
Oh.
But that's all it takes, and it's absolutely safe.
Isn't that good?
Yeah, can't start a fire with it. Kids can play around it.
That's
sensational.
Good.
Got those at Hill Bean, got a lot of stuff.
Hey, listen, I'm glad you were reading.
Drain and sewer
I see what
pipe
you were
here.
reading now.
What?
What? That
This Hill
thing
Bean
is,
thing,
I'm much
finished.
better informed.
13 Hill Bean stores in the greater St. Louis area. And Hope's Refinishers will be demonstrating this Saturday at all Hill Bean stores. And there's a Hope's coupon in this folder that gives you 10% off on all Hope's products at Hill Bean, and there are 13 Hill Bean stores. Now, what were we talking about?
That's really good, huh?
Now, see, now we're getting serious. Now we're settling down.
Isn't that good?
Now, this is the Jimmy Dean that I love. Serious.
That you know and love.
Know and love and respect.
Yeah.
This is the young man who started out with very little and squandered it.
Now, you see, I was going to simmer down there, and I was really going to be...
Well, let me start again.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit, Jim, about the real Jimmy Dean.
Well...
That's duller than hell.
I thought so, too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
thought so.
Tell us really now. Enough of this showbiz frou-frou. That didn't sound right either, did it? Enough of this nonsense. Let's talk serious stuff.
All right.
Let's talk about...
Huh?
You still like girls at 50?
Is a hog's fanny poor?
Well, I
Does
think
a wild bear run through the woods?
Yes, he does. I think he answered my question honestly.
Yes. I think ladies are the most marvelous thing that the good Lord created. They're
Well,
a darling thing.
Let's don't dwell on that.
I don't...
Because I know at your age, that's about all you do is talk about it. Tell me,
No, it's
what
not true, though.
what percentage of your
No, I
time
ain't
these
as good
days
as I once was.
is devoted...
But I'm better once than ever was. I thought you might like to know that.
And he does impressions, too. Frank Gorshin is in town. You wouldn't be doing that if you knew Gorshin.
I don't like him.
Don't you really?
No.
Why not?
He sued a friend of mine.
He what?
He sued a friend of mine one time.
For what?
Because he said he played that part on Batman, and he did. No, he sued Buster Barnoff. You remember?
For what?
I don't know, and I don't care.
Then what'd you bring it up for?
I just said you asked me about Frank Gorshin.
Yeah.
And I just said I didn't like him.
Well, I just said he's in town. If
I don't
Frank
care.
Gorshin's in town, I wouldn't do impressions. If Sonia Haney was in town, I'd tell you not to ice skate. Now, what were we talking about? What percentage of your time is occupied by the sausage business these days?
Yeah,
Full time?
most of some.
Is it?
I think.
Well, don't you do anything else?
Well,
Well, I mean business.
what'd you say?
Oh, quit fooling around and take that silly dress off. I mean, you do anything? Are you performing? Are you doing anything like that? Are you?
All right.
You're. All right, what?
Yeah.
Boy, you really dazzle me with those answers. What do you do besides palm off this sausage on an unsuspecting public?
I just stand around and try to figure out whether to scratch my watch or wind my butt. I don't know, you know. Just.
I knew once we got serious that we
Oh,
have.
I do not know.
You're not going to leave now. You're going to be around for a while, all right?
Yeah,
What
I'm
are you
gonna
going to
stay
do?
here.
What?
I told you I'm here through the weekend, and I brought
mean,
you a cot and a picnic basket,
Yeah.
and we're going to stay right here in the studio.
Do you know that's one of the few things I can't say?
What?
Wicker picnic basket.
Wicker picnic basket.
I can't say it. I always get whisker.
Can you say
No.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers?
I could, but I don't have time.
Well, you got to.
KMOX,
Give it a shot.
St. Louis. Well, Jimmy Dean is here this morning, and we've talked about a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Jimmy infrequently comes into town. You're headquartered now. I mean, you live and work in Dallas, right?
My corporate headquarters are in Dallas.
Yeah.
I live just outside of New York. The show business headquarters are in New York.
You live in New York?
Just outside of New York in New Jersey. I'm moving down Charleston, South Carolina, on the water. Bought property down there, and I'm moving down there. And
Charleston, South
Yeah.
Carolina?
you ever been there?
No.
It's one of the most charming cities you'll ever see in your entire life. And it's paced a little better. You know, New York is a little hectic, and
You live near Buddy Hackett?
I am 49. I am not 50.
Oh, now, come on. We were doing so well. We were just...
Yeah.
I was telling you.
Okay.
Talked about where you live, where you work.
No, Buddy Hackett did live next.
Well, Jimmy Dean is here this morning, and we've talked about a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Jimmy infrequently comes into town. You're headquartered now. I mean, you live and work in Dallas, right?
My corporate headquarters are in Dallas.
Yeah.
I live just outside of New York. The show business headquarters are in New York.
You live in New York?
Just outside of New York in New Jersey. I'm moving down Charleston, South Carolina, on the water. Bought property down there, and I'm moving down there. And
Charleston, South
Yeah.
Carolina?
you ever been there?
No.
It's one of the most charming cities you'll ever see in your entire life. And it's paced a little better. You know, New York is a little hectic, and
You live near Buddy Hackett?
I am 49. I am not 50.
Oh, now, come on. We were doing so well. We were just...
Yeah.
I was telling you.
Okay.
Talked about where you live, where you work.
No, Buddy Hackett did live next to me.
He used to live in New Jersey.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know, I'm the only one left over there. There was Hackett and Bishop
Tony Bennett?
and Tony Bennett and Jerry Vale and Dick Shawn. I don't know. Is he still there? I don't know if Dick's still there or not. I don't think he is. But I'm about the only one left. The rest of them have gone to Vegas, and I can't see that.
Living in Vegas?
No, sir. Why would you want to go live in that hot son of a gun? You know, it's fine to go out there and work, and it's fine to spend 2 or 3 days, but, man, to live there?
Yeah.
Forget it, Orville.
Well, there's no state income tax.
Well, that's a pretty good reason right
I'm
there.
not kidding.
Yeah, that might be. Well, I don't know, though. I'd rather pay the income tax than do that.
I know. Well, we both know people who live there.
Buddy Hackett one time. He lived in New York. He and his wife fell 11 floors in an elevator.
Yeah.
And true story. But it was grabbing intermittently, so it didn't hurt anybody. And I asked Buddy about it. I said, you know, did anybody get hurt? And he can't, you know how Buddy talks. I can't talk to him. He said, no. Said they had Sherry on the operating table for 3 hours.
trying to get her kneecaps out of her bra. Is that funny? Yeah.
I understand that Vegas is a good town to live in because it's a lot to do there. It's not an expensive town. You golf year-round if that's your thing.
Yeah, I like golf.
You play golf?
Are you a golfer?
No.
Oh.
No.
What do you do? All right, moving right along. Not that much of that, I'll
Not
tell you.
anymore.
No, your physical
But
condition.
I don't do it. I
El
think about it a
Poncho.
lot. I play racquetball.
You do?
Yeah.
That's a heck of a good game.
Oh, that's why I keep
And
it
it's-
trim like this. That's what keeps this body like this.
No, it's not. Mashed potatoes keep that body like that. Oh,
I
Lord.
let myself in for that.
No, I just don't think I know I couldn't live in Vegas.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I'm just not really that much show folk, to
No.
tell you the truth. I don't associate with show people.
Do you like them?
Yeah, they're fine and dandy.
Maybe they don't
But
like
I don't.
you.
Well, yeah, I think it's fine.
I think I've spotted that.
No.
I think I know what it is. I think I know why Joey Bishop and Dick Shawn and the rest of them moved out of that neighborhood.
No,
I
surprisingly
think you're going
enough,
to empty Charleston.
Joey and I get along very, very well
Yeah.
because Joey can talk about something besides show business.
Yeah.
And if I go out with you for dinner, I don't want to sit around and talk about show business.
You don't?
Because the entire world doesn't revolve around show business.
Doesn't?
No.
You mean when we go out to dinner, you don't want me to bring my Billboard magazine?
No.
Or my Hollywood Reporter?
No, it's all right. Just leave it at home. And as a matter of fact, you can stay there with it.
I'll call you periodically and tell you what I'm reading.
Okay. No, I don't. I like to go out. I go out with people, who can discuss a little bit of the tax situation or government or something that's a little informative because show business is dull anyhow.
Yeah, let's talk about something really interesting here.
I wish you would,
Okay.
sir. It'll be the first time in almost 2 hours.
Pick a category.
Pick a category.
Something interesting.
Politics.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, what do you think about politics, Jimmy?
It's here to stay.
Okay, pick another
You know, it's
category.
funny. I had lunch yesterday. My wife
That's
and I
not
had
funny
lunch
so far.
with Senator Lloyd Bentsen of Texas,
Is that right?
and we were discussing this, that, and the other. And I asked him a question, never did get an answer to it. I said, "Why is it that me, certainly not a learned man, can observe and see that we are following the primrose path of jolly old England, and they have proven beyond any shadow of a doubt that that type of government is totally non-functional, and we continue to follow them?" And, I still didn't get an answer to it.
But you believe that?
I certainly do.
We're
They
on our
got
way
their-
to national bankruptcy.
Well,
Where the
unless
English
we
are.
unless we do a tremendous turnaround, we really are. Well, look at it. Everything becomes more social, more labor, more this, more that. And if you will look, we have followed step by step, and I figure we're maybe 15 years behind, and if we continue at this rate, we may not be 15 years behind England, and their front wheels are off the white cliffs of Dover, and we're just chasing them to beat hell. So we've got to somewhere do us a little bit of a turnaround. Don't you think so?
Well, what I think isn't important, we've always traditionally followed England. That's been true for 200 years, through everything, through the Industrial Revolution and so on. But
Look at the canal. There's a perfect example. England was a major power. Eventually, all their little satellites, they let go, and look at them, what they are now, nothing. And the English will tell you that immediately.
Yeah.
I made a picture over there not long ago. And they've already conceded. They're whipped. They've had it.
yeah.
And we're not. So why don't we turn it around? do
Well,
something?
no, wait, now that's all well and good, but do you see that turnaround in the future? Do you see any major political party or person on the horizon who espouses that, who you can say, we're going to turn it around because Senator so-and-so is going to
No,
be presidential
I do
candidate?
not.
Well, then it's hopeless.
I do not. I haven't seen it. I would hope that somewhere, somebody, but it's a very conservative approach to turn it around.
Do you think President Carter is going to turn it around?
No, certainly not. Certainly not. Look what he did with the canal, And I don't, I look at that in a very funny way. We can get all sorts of criticism, but by golly, at the time, they were glad to get the money when we bought the darn thing. We spent our money, our labor, it cost our lives for that canal zone. So what the hell we want to give it back for? If somebody wants to get their back up about it, tough, baby. We bought it, and that's it.
Don't you wonder when we're going to be asked to give up that Alaskan pipeline that comes down through Canadian territory?
That will happen very shortly.
Yeah.
To which I hope somebody will reply,
How do you spell that? Because I'm taking notes.
well, it's
here.
very difficult, but you can wipe it off your paper over there.
Got a little on my glasses.
Yeah,
is
I
what
noticed that. Mm-hmm.
Now, you see, you do have deep thoughts, and you do think about serious stuff like that.
I have a grave concern for this country.
First, well, you're an American, and you're also a businessman, and you
Well,
have a family.
I
and-
realize that only in this country could the things that have happened to me happened. And I would like to see something happen that would assist us in reattaining a portion of the muscle that built this nation.
Mhm.
Something that makes people want to stand up on their own 2 feet and say, I believe in me. I can. Not we, but me. Individuals built this country. And we've got to stand up on our own 2 feet, and just get a little bit of the muscle back and create organizations that make people want to excel. We got a thing going now where if a guy really wants to get out and break his hump, they're going to tax him to death. And if he doesn't want to do anything, they make it damned easy. And that is wrong, because the federal government has been the greatest killer of initiative in the entire world in the past few years. And we've got to stop that. We've got to get that initiative back, that drive, that want to.
Were you optimistic when JFK was in the White House?
No,
You weren't?
no. We continued with that very social, extremely liberal giveaway type
What
government.
about the Nixon administration?
Oh, dear
All right.
Lord.
And then Gerald Ford?
I don't know, really. I think Ford had some very, very good ideas.
Yeah, but what
of course,
you're
I'm a
saying
little
is
biased.
that you don't see any movement in the direction that you're talking
I
about.
certainly do
It's
not.
all blue sky.
I certainly
It's your
do not.
feeling. You're talking to me. Maybe there's somebody listening. Maybe they've all turned off the radio by now. But you're not saying that Senator so-and-so, candidate so-and-so is going to put this together or believes in this. There must be somebody in Washington who believes this. There must be somebody
the
that...
thing that astounds me, and I don't need to tell anybody that I am not a learned man, but it is so obvious that we are headed in that direction, and that nation's capital is filled with supposedly learned people. In the first place, we have attorneys running the largest business in the world, which is the federal government. And attorneys, and I have nothing against the legal profession, but attorneys are notoriously bad businessmen. And we have to... There is no reason why this country, the federal government, should operate at the deficits at which it operates, with its know-how, its resources, but you have got to approach it like what it is, a business. It is a huge business, and operate it like a business.
Stop.
Bye.
Stop.
Okay.
You're absolutely right. It serves the function of a business, but government cannot be run like a business.
Why?
Because I've had experience in small government, small city government, because there is no place in government for someone to exert the control that can be exerted in a small business. Your business, all right, not that small. Nonetheless, you have certain power. You can eliminate departments. You can fire people.
Yes.
You can get rid of people. You can't do that in government.
Why not?
Because that's the way it's set up, and that's why it gets bigger every year, and that's why government...
Then why not the turnaround? You know damn well that you could go, with your mentality,
Yeah.
you could go to the post office department and make that thing with the prices that they are now getting, make it 3 times as functional, and cut the mail costs in half. If you were permitted to, fire where they needed to be fired, and just straighten it up and say, get off your duff and do the job. You could do it. Anybody could do it. And we've got to start operating certain branches of the government like a business. Why should they be privileged to operate at deficits?
Rather than pick on the post office department, I just wonder about that vast amount of government that does nothing at all.
Yeah.
Remember a little story about a guy about a year ago, had his office in Washington, had a job, and there wasn't anything for him to do, and he played Beethoven records all day long, kept trying to resign, they wouldn't let him quit.
No.
Did you read that?
I did not.
He was making about $42,000 a year. Remember that story, Judge? I forget what he was doing. He's in Washington. He was a director or something, and he had no job. He had nothing to do. So he took his record player to the office, and he kept sending in letters. I have nothing to do. I'd like to resign. Oh, you can't resign. So every day he'd come to the office, and he'd play his records, he'd smoke his pipe, and he'd look out the window.
Is that unreal?
Well, you can't let him go if you're over him, because that cuts down your sphere of influence, and maybe someday you'll want to put your brother-in-law in there or something. I'm not saying that one word you said is wrong, because I hardly agree with about 96.4%.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, what's happening to make you think any of this will take place? What can anybody do about it besides sit here and talk about it?
Well, I think, unfortunately, the block vote is controlled by an element that will never permit it to happen.
Well, you know what a conflict of interest is, don't you?
No. I know what a conflict, but I have a funny feeling that I don't have your interpretation.
No, I'm not going to define it. I'm just going to give you Professor Carney's theory to clean up the political arena today.
All right.
We don't give the right to vote to any person who has a personal conflict of interest. Their right to vote is temporarily suspended until the conflict of interest disappears. Now, what would a conflict of interest be? If they are in political office,
right,
or have a close member of the immediate family in political office, okay? Then they don't vote. If they are a recipient of any government funds for any reason, including government pensions, if they are recipients of any kind of public aid, then they do not vote. This removes the people from the electorate who have a conflict of interest. Consequently, the voting will be done by people in the private sector who are productive, who I assume are either working or are retired from the private sector, who put the country together, who theoretically are making it run, and they determine what government is going to do.
I will buy that 100%. I have never heard that theory. I think it is utterly fantastic. I had a theory that we elect a president for 6 years.
Period.
Period.
Oh, I'd buy that.
And put him out to pasture, never again to hold federal, state, city, any office. And then he would have to concentrate on one thing while he was in that office.
6 years.
Instead of cowing down to pressure groups, he could do the best job for this nation that he could possibly do, in a fond hope that many years from now his grandkids and great-grandkids would read in a history book that he was a good president. That's all in the world he would have to look for.
Well, now, there's a movement afoot right now to limit the number of terms that a congressman or a senator can serve. Do you agree with that?
I'll go along with that.
I do, too.
I'll go along with that.
Let me tell you something Ronald Reagan told me.
I was in that Senate dining room yesterday, and I saw some of them around there. Good golly, that's been there since Bully was a calf, and they're as useless as a hog with a side saddle, in my humble opinion. They just got all those little niches and ends and so on, and they maneuver. Men
would take time out from their careers, devote 2, 4, 6, 8 years to the country, serving politically, and then get out. He said, I don't believe in a situation where there are professional politicians, men who spend their whole lives in politics.
I don't think so either.
I think he's absolutely
Well,
right.
you know what? I talked to him, and I lived in Washington for 10 years, and I've been around politics, and I'm interested in politics, and I honestly believe that Ronald Reagan was the first man that I ever saw involved in politics who wanted to get into that presidential office more than anything to do good.
I believe that.
Not that total lust for power that you see, and it's there right now. Carter is just as guilty as any of them. And the only one that I can recall that anywhere, remember, was Reagan, that I know of, that wanted to get in there because he felt like he could do some good for this country, and I think he could have.
He did a lot of good for the state of California.
You bet you
Because
like
I
it.
lived there all the time. He was
They got a
out.
cute little old senator in there now, too.
Who's that?
The
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I know him
I
real
think
well.
he's cuter than a bug.
He's neat.
He really is. 70 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wears that little tam
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, he's just cuter than hell. He really is.
He was the president out at San
Berkeley.
Francisco State. No, San Francisco State, not Berkeley.
I thought it was Berkeley.
He was at San Francisco
That's right.
State.
Right you are.
They had the riots. He went
Yeah.
right out there in
Yeah.
the middle of them and straightened it out.
Yeah, he said, I'm not going to put up with this garbage. And
I
didn't.
took a course from him in 1950 at UCLA. Took a
You're
semantics course.
kidding me.
And in 1968, I took him into the San Francisco Press Club. brought his application in and recommended him and brought him in as a new member. Yeah.
He's just a cute little old guy, and I
Oh,
think,
yeah.
and he thinks good. Again, opinions are like navels. Everybody's got one, but I like him.
Yeah. Let me take a minute. Now, see, I knew that once we got on the serious side of you, that this
It's boring as all get out,
this
isn't it?
despising feeling I had for you
Uh-huh.
would just
Have
flower
you got
and blossom.
something to do?
Yeah, I have to talk about the
Can I go to the bathroom while
No,
you
I wish
do
you
that?
wouldn't, because I want
Okay.
you to hear about this. Then you can go try
Okay,
it.
thank
You
you.
have to hold up one or two fingers.
Okay.
Why are you holding up three? Oh, I see.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Mhm.
Did you ever...